Hello, everyone. I am here doing a live stream. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late because, well, I've been busy shoveling snow, and as you can see in the in my video, one of my videos from this morning, my shorts, it was pretty damn cold. So yeah, how is everyone doing today? Hello. I like how there's only one person. Um, Let me invite Eric. Hope Jukebox Films shows up. Shit. Where the hell is? Oh, um, I wonder if some of you guys are shoveling snow, or it's snowing. I hope Kenny calls me. Kenny Holmrickson. Yeah, I hope someone shows up. Yeah, that's Sebastian. Is anyone going to show up today? God damn. I mean, I understand it's rain. I mean, it's snowing out today. I mean, where I'm from, but still, someone show up. Show up, show up, show up, show up. Maybe Big Bad Mama? Big Bad Mama. Huh? Huh? You know? It's weird that no one's not here except for T. I'm TM52 and you, of course. Yeah. Hello. Co- Coleman edits. Okay, now there's three people showing up. Yeah, today was sort of a crappy day because of the snow. So yeah, um in the next couple of weeks, I believe. Actually, yeah, next excuse me for 1 second. Okay, yeah. So next week it's going to be February. So yeah, next week it will be well, next month is going to be my birthday. I think Satako and Path of Titans is coming 2028. Wait, 20. Yeah, I'm turning 27. Wait, there. Do you have any evidence that Satakosaurus is coming out till 2028? Because Satakosaurus is coming out like pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And hello, Rex. I can't decide really what I want to order on my birthday because I don't know. Oh, uh-oh. Isn't there already a Psittacosaurus? I mean, mod of Psittacosaurus? I don't know. I haven't checked yet because I mean I checked yesterday and there's no Psittacosaurus. I'm a little silent because I'm kind of shopping. Oh damn, the Alamosaurus figure from happyhandtoys.com um is already out of stock. That went by quick. It's weird that they don't have well, they have the Spinosaurus, but they don't have the newer one. I think the Spinosaurus is from Amazon. Oh, there it is. Jesus Christ, it's $70. But I also do want a book too. Like I do want books. It's just that it's gonna be harder than I thought. Yeah, and like I do want to get books, but at the same time, I want to get figures, and another same time, I want to get DVDs because I'm trying to get Dragon Ball Kai. I'm actually trying to complete Dragon Ball Kai this year, and maybe next year I can get Dragon Ball Super, or maybe in the summer, since I do like Dragon. Excuse me.
Yo, Rakier.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, Sebastian.
yeah, what's up?
Hello?
Nothing much.
Hey, Sebastian.
Yeah, what's up?
Hello?
Oh, I hear a little echoing on your
Yeah,
side.
yeah, I
Oh.
just turned my phone off. So
Oh, okay.
it's the first
Okay.
time I've kind of done this, so it's kind of new
Okay.
to me.
Yeah. So I don't know if Jukebox Films said that we're trying to find out the real Kenny Holmworkson.
Yeah, he did. Him and me had a conversation about it. We text, we text every once in a great while. We'll have a conversation.
Yeah. Has Kenny called you yet?
No,
That's weird because he's been harassing us for a lot now, and like he just calls randomly.
yeah, I've not gotten a single message or call from him. How is he calling you? Is he calling you through your phone or?
Yeah, he's calling us through our phones.
That's weird.
Yeah, and Eric's pressing charges.
He should, yeah.
Yeah.
God, dude, people are nuts.
Yeah, because he's a Poe. Um, like I don't know if you know what a Poe is.
Uh, is it what I think it is?
A Poe is like is a troll. It's some type of
Oh,
troll. Yeah,
no, I've never heard
because
that
yeah,
before.
yeah, he's a yeah, and he thinks that the Earth is thousands of years old. He's a flat earther and stuff.
Yeah, that stuff is that's some real weird shit,
Yeah. And also when he made those phone calls, he was making this weird noise, this like it sounded like he was jerking off or whatever.
like Jason Voorhees or something like that. Voorhees.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. He said he was me in like a call or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's weird.
I mean, we thought that you were you, but now we know the truth.
Yeah,
You know.
that's weird, dude. This dude sounds like a real like degenerate, dude. Like, sounds like he's got nothing like good going on in his life, so he's got to be a clown on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he is a clown.
Have you guys tried blocking him?
I mean, I blocked him on Facebook, but he just calls randomly. He's probably planning the call right now, but who knows?
God, dude. Does he use different numbers every time?
No, and not to mention, like when I get a call, it says like no cellular or unknown or whatever.
You know what it is? He's probably using one of those text-free apps, or he's using WhatsApp or something. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
yeah,
Yeah, that's strange, dude. Like, that's batshit crazy. Like, somebody is obsessed with you guys. you know?
yeah. And me and Eric and Jukebox Films are gonna be on Flight the Flyer that we will expose of Kenny.
When's this gonna be? I'll watch it.
We don't know yet.
Well, let me know.
Yeah, we will. And then at the time, we thought he was saying, "Okay, you got me. I am Sebastian." Arrgh. But no,
Yeah,
he's not Sebastian at all.
he is just he just sounds like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, because he is. And
Yeah, like,
he also makes fake coughs too. Like,
God, dude. I
yeah,
can't believe somebody is this like desperate for attention,
yeah. He's like, like it shows that he's faking.
When did all this start? Do you know?
It started right around 2020, I believe, or 2019 when he was pestering Eric.
How did it all start though? Like, did it just start randomly on one of Eric's videos?
Yeah, it was on the live stream because Eric likes to debunk flat earthers and dinosaur deniers. So, and I think that Kenny is one of those was one of those guys.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he was funny, but then it got to a point that it was really getting old.
Yeah. Just- You guys, honestly, in my honest opinion, like, you guys shouldn't feed this guy. Like, he just sounds like you guys are giving him attention, and it's kind of he's feeding off of it because I there's other YouTube channels that I kind of like I hang out with, and um a lot of them ignore their trolls and just don't give them the time of the day. And I notice that a lot of these trolls, like, they get bored and they go do the next thing, like, it just seems like he's just like he's just feeding off all this attention, all this, you know, all this all these videos are being made about him, and it's kind of just, he's got a fetish over it, sounds like.
Yeah.
Me, I don't give trolls time of the day. I see one on one of my videos or one of my songs or whatever, I delete their comment and then I just mute them to where I don't have to see them ever again.
I
And
mean, I
it's worked
used to
out for
have
me.
I mean, I used to have trolls, but not anymore. And I know that I have a friend. Well, yeah, is a friend, but he's a troll. But he respects me. But
Yeah.
he knows. Like you got some good trolls, and then you got some bad trolls.
Yeah, some degenerates that just incels have never touched a woman before, like don't have anything to do in their life and they just to feel better, they got to make another person's life hell, like isn't the
Yeah,
human race great?
uh, yeah,
Yeah. So you like dinosaurs?
yeah. I study prehistory. I like Dragon Ball. I love Godzilla and modern wildlife and shit like
Dude,
that.
all that shit is cool, dude. You sound like a cool cat. I like
Thanks.
I love Dragon Ball, dude. What's your favorite saga in the Dragon Ball franchise?
That's a really hard question. Like, um, I like the Cell saga or the Cell arc because it's very interesting because and it was also very confusing because back then Android 19 and 20 were supposed to be the main villains of the Android saga, but then Akira Toriyama decided, well, his co-order did not like Android 19 and 20 because they thought that, oh, why is there's an old man and a clown and a fat ass clown. So they decided to make Android 18 and 17 to be the main villains at the time. And then they didn't like, okay, why do they why are they two delinquents? And then Cell became the main villain of the story.
Yeah,
Of this.
I remember when I was little, I'm 31 now, so when I was little in the late 90s and the early 2000s, I remember, my parents would be like, "Okay, you got school tomorrow. You need to go to bed." And so I'd lay in my bed and then I'd wait till my parents were like fast asleep. Then I'd turn on Cartoon Network's Midnight Run, Toonami, and I'd watch the episodes they'd air, at night.
Yeah.
God, dude, like Dragon Ball is so cool. My personal favorite would definitely be the Cell games, though. The Cell games are iconic in my opinion. I do like the early Dragon Ball episodes though, the ones where Goku is fighting the Red Ribbon Army. Like I like
Yeah.
those ones too.
Yeah, the OG Dragon Ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like OG Dragon Ball, but I don't know. Like Dragon Ball Z, I really like it, but I actually like Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball Z Kai. That's how I got me started into Dragon Ball in the first place. I don't
I've
know
seen
if you ever
I'm
heard of
sorry
it
to
or not.
interrupt, but I've never seen any of those.
Okay, Dragon Ball Kai is just basically like a parody of Dragon Ball Z, but accurately done better, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like Kai because some people don't like the voice acting. Some people do, and some people don't. But Kai, they sound like much better. Better. Sean Shamel sounds better. Christopher Zabit that does the voice acting of Vegeta, Yamcha, um, Piccolo, they sound much better. Christopher Ayers' Frieza sounds more menacing than Linda Young's Frieza, which unfortunately Christopher Ayers passed away.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and I don't know. I really like Kai, and there's also the new series Dragon Ball Super. I don't know if you ever watched Dragon Ball
I've
Super.
not watched it, but I really want to.
Yeah,
I just don't
next,
know where to start with Super.
well, you start out with the Battle of Gods arc, and then Resurrection, and then the Universe 6 arc, and then Goku Black, and then the Tournament of Power. And there's
Uh,
also another series I like, the Dragon Ball franchise I like, and you'd be shocked. I like Dragon Ball GT.
I I watched it. I wouldn't say I was like a totally big fan of it, but I enjoyed what I seen. I thought Baby was cool. Baby Vegeta was cool, but like
Yeah,
I didn't watch a lot of it because like I don't know, like I just found the story a little too confusing. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, then again, Super Story is also confusing too, and there's like a lot of retcons and stuff like that. The thing I like about GT is that they bring back the old concepts. Like for example, Baby with the Tuffles, or AKA the Sephorians, that they wanted because back then the Sephorians had a war against the Saiyans, and the Saiyans were responsible to wipe out the Sephorians. And then we got the Golden Uzaru, the Great Ape. Um, because back then the legendary Super Saiyan, they thought that well, it was a great ape, and they used that. I really like that. The reason why many fans don't like GT is because of the dub script. If they did a
Yeah.
remake of GT, it would have been much better because like watching it in Japanese is actually much better. Even in Dragon Ball Z itself, the Dragon Ball Z anime, there's a lot of dub changes at that time. So when they did Dragon Ball Kai, they followed better of the script, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend from middle school, Sam, he didn't like the dubbed Dragon Ball series. Like it really bugged him. I mean, he's a fan of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but he always thought the English dub was kind of cringe.
Yeah, because there's a lot of misinformation about it. A lot of misinformation. Like Vegeta wanted to, like he said that he gave up on becoming a Super Saiyan, and then it happened. No, it never been stated that Vegeta didn't give up becoming a Super Saiyan. His whole goal was he wanted to become a Super Saiyan, and he did. Um, it's just a lot of stupid dub changes that they did back then.
Yeah, like I did you know they had a trading card game too?
Really, I know Yu-Gi-Oh did.
Yeah, it was weird because like I remember my parents. I used to collect Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was younger,
Me too.
and there is this. I went, it was my birthday, and this kid, his mom's like, "Well, we couldn't find no Pokemon cards at Walmart, so we got you some Dragon Ball cards because we know you like Dragon Ball." And I opened it, and it was like different characters with their different signature moves, like Vegeta's Big Bang, Spirit Bomb, stuff like that, and it was actually pretty cool. I think you can Google that up or
Yeah,
Google on that, and yeah, dude, they had like a trading card game too,
interesting.
and I was a big fan of the Dragon Ball Budokai games. Like, have you played any of those?
No, I started Dragon Ball really late, back around 2010. Like I was like becoming the beginning of a middle schooler. That's how I got into Dragon Ball because I was watching the Nicktoons version of Dragon Ball Kai, and then also I was watching Dragon Ball Z Kai Uncut, and then I was watching Dragon Ball Z on YouTube, and that's how it went started. I should have started Dragon Ball very early on. I just I just wish I should have, but it is what it is.
You can always go back and watch the classics, and you
Well,
know,
it's funny is that I do have, you know, DVDs and stuff like that, but I'm just not really interested in some of the Dragon Ball video games. I mean, I do have some video games like Raging Blast 2. I used to have one of the shittiest games, Ultimate Tenkaichi. It's so garbage.
oh yeah, I've
Um,
heard about that one.
a lot of fans don't like it. I also have Xenoverse, the first one. I don't have Xenoverse 2, and I have Fighter Z. Fighter Z is pretty cool.
I have Xenoverse, and then I got Xenoverse 2 for like I think $20 on PSN, and dude, Xenoverse 2 has way too much DLC, dude. They're still releasing DLC for it.
Yeah, I heard that they were supposed to stop, but they're still going on. There's a new Dragon Ball Z video game that's coming out.
Tenkaichi, Budokai Tenkaichi, a new
Yeah,
one.
it's like but it's like it's called something else, but it's like Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
Yeah,
And it's
dude, I'm
gonna have
excited for that.
it's gonna have a lot of characters. It's gonna have super characters. It's gonna have the Z characters, GT characters, probably OG Dragon Ball characters. It's gonna have a shit ton of characters, just like Xenoverse 2.
Good. That sounds cool. I might have to pre-order it.
Yeah, for me, I don't know yet, but we'll have to see. I don't
Have you
have Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is the new game that just came out like last year or whatever. I
I
think it
heard
came
it's
out last
okay.
year, like 2 years ago.
Have
Yeah,
you
but
played have you played Dragon Ball Goku's it was a Game Boy Advance game, and the Legacy of Goku. There's 3 of them.
no, but I've seen some clips of YouTubers playing it. Again, I started Dragon Ball really late.
Yeah, dude, you got to play those games. They're so fun. Like they're so fun,
Yeah,
dude.
I
Like
don't have a Game Boy.
yeah,
That's
I'm sure you can emulate it though, like on a computer.
maybe.
Yeah, those are fun games though. They got the first ones like the Frieza saga, the second one's the Android and Cell saga, and then the third one is Boo's Fury, and Boo's Fury is really fun, but there's a lot of inconsistencies in the story that I feel they kind of half-assed it in my opinion, but
Yeah,
it's a fun game.
yeah. I'm not really. I mean, I was into Game Boy games, but I'm not really into them that much.
I'm honestly shocked that they haven't made like a game for the Switch like that with Dragon
Yeah, I
Ball.
used to have a 3DS, but I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it.
3DS, those are cool.
Yeah. Oh, so Gus says, "Are you interested in the MonsterVerse?"
Um, don't make fun of me, but I don't even know what that is.
Okay, the MonsterVerse is basically like the new Godzilla and Kong movies, like the
Oh,
2014 Godzilla film, the Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong.
okay, now I know. Yeah, I am. I really like the old, you know, uh kaiju movies. Like I really do like those movies. I
Yeah,
I haven't seen Godzilla vs Kong or the second Godzilla movie that came out a couple of years ago, but I did see the first one, and I kind of left me kind of, I don't know, kind of disappointed.
yeah. I think that most older fans don't like the MonsterVerse films. They usually prefer the Showa, Heisei era, and the Mammalium era. I don't know if you ever heard of those before.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Mothra.
So yeah, yeah, Mothra's in the MonsterVerse. She was in King of the Monsters.
Yeah, that's one I haven't seen yet. I should probably rent that tonight and watch it.
Yeah, there's a lot of action in some of those MonsterVerse movies, and even like Netflix has a series. Like there's a Kong series about Kong's backstory a little bit. And there's Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters, that's on Apple TV.
Oh yeah.
And it takes place. It's a midquel, but it takes place after the 2014 Godzilla film, but before King of the Monsters.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
just seen that first one that came out in 2014, was it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to catch up though. Like, I think,
Yeah. And then
there's a
yeah.
new one coming out this year too. I think it's a new Kong verse,
Yeah,
or is
it's
it?
Godzilla and Kong. Yeah, it's called Godzilla X Kong Empire. That's what it's going to be called. And Godzilla unlocks a new evolution. And his new evolution looks more like Godzilla 2000 with the dorsal plates. I'm pretty sure you know Godzilla 2000.
Yeah,
He has those like purple like plates. Sometimes his plates are pink depending
yeah,
on the design, but still.
yeah.
And
Godzilla's
then
really cool. I've always liked Godzilla.
yeah, me too. And I have a lot of Godzilla figures and stuff.
There's this game me and my cousin used to play on N64. It had Godzilla in it. It had like Mothra in it, and you just go around and you just destroy buildings and like terrorize New York City or Tokyo or whatever. It was really cool. I don't remember the
Yeah,
name of it though.
yeah. I used to play Godzilla video game. I played Godzilla Destroy Earth or whatever. I think that's what the video game is called. I used to have Gods. The Wii version had more monsters, but yeah, and I want to get. I hope that next year, or I hope this year they do some Godzilla video games. That would be so cool.
Yeah. I hope they do Godzilla justice though. You know? Like let us, play it
When you
through,
mean
like make a good like AAA Godzilla game that lets us play as Godzilla and, fights all his enemies like Mothra and, and other mutants and, like
yeah,
have you played Destroy All Humans too? There's a
destroy all
cool
humans?
Yeah, Destroy All Humans too. It's a game where you play as an alien and you like it's a cool game. There's a Godzilla Easter egg that's in that game that's amazing, dude.
I think I had. I don't know yet. I remember I played some monster game, and you basically is that you destroy buildings, and sometimes you fight other monsters, but you focus on like destroying buildings. It was on the PS2. We used to rent it like back in the day on Hollywood Studios. Me and my brothers. I can't remember the video game is called. I think it was called Rampage.
Yeah, that's on an N64. That might
I
be
don't
the one
know.
me and my cousin played.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But if they're gonna do another video game, at least that they should focus on the MonsterVerse and instead of like the Godzillas we know. But then again, maybe it would be boring. But who knows?
Yeah, they should. They should follow the MonsterVerse, do the modern iterations of them.
Yeah,
They
and then
really
like we
like
can,
they really
and
screwed
then
it with the Avengers video game. They really they just tried doing their own thing, and the cinematic Marvel universe is just so big now that people kind of played through that game was like, what in the hell is this, and didn't do too well. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
yeah, Yeah, like I would love to play like Kong, for example, like with the battle axe and stuff to see like his new like to see the techniques in like video game like what he does in video games or whatever. Like that would be so cool.
Yeah, that
King
would be cool.
Ghidorah, the Mutos, Mecha Godzilla, and then the new villain that's in the video game, Scar King. Well, not in the video game. The new movie that's coming out named Scar King, which is like an evil version of Kong.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a movie theater since don't make fun of me. Since the second to the last Star Wars movie came out. The one where Princess Leia dies is like
Oh,
2018.
interesting. Well, I'm not really into Star Wars.
I'm not really either. Not really at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
when I was little, but
Yeah, I mean, I was too a little bit, but not really. I'm mostly into like I said before, Dragon Ball, Godzilla, or in this case, kaiju stuff, prehistory, wildlife, things like that.
those are all good things to be into.
Yeah, but I know that a lot of people are really into Star Wars.
Yeah, I used to be, but then it just Disney just likes to, you know,
Yeah,
the
Disney likes to
episode
fuck
of
up every.
the episode of South Park where George Lucas is getting beat up, like, and then Indiana Jones is watching him. Yeah, that's how I feel about Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like Disney likes to own everything.
Yep.
I hate Disney, but then again, I like Disney still, but I don't like Disney at the same time.
No, dude, the they really butchered Lion King in my opinion. Like they really.
I actually like I actually do like Lion King, the 2019 Lion King.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
All have opinions.
I know that some people may not like it, which I can understand, but I don't know. I For some reason I like it because they're very realistic, very accurate, and it just I don't know, I just like it.
A lot of us '90s kids though, like grew up with that movie, and kind of.
Like I don't mind remakes. Like for me, I don't mind remakes. It just depends how you execute it.
Yeah, like the Dawn of the Dead movie from 2004 was an amazing remake, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like remakes, they're gonna be, believe me or not, there's gonna be more remakes than there's ever been in both video games and movies and TV shows. They're already talking about remaking Breaking Bad, and it doesn't even need to be remade.
Well, I don't know Breaking Bad, but it is what it is. Like for example, the 2005 King Kong. I really love the 2005 King Kong.
That is a good movie. Yeah, I've seen that.
It is a very good movie. Like the story, the animation design of Kong and the prehistoric creatures are very interesting. Um what else is there? The Monsterverse, that's sort of a remake.
Yeah.
The I don't know. And I
Evil
heard that this year they're doing a Lion King prequel of Mufasa's backstory.
Evil Dead Rise, would that be considered a remake?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person.
I mean, it doesn't have Ash in it, but it's maybe a soft reboot would be more appropriate for that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love me some horror.
yeah. Uh, Also some Stephen King movies are remakes too, like the Stephen King It movie.
Oh yeah, I don't like it as much as the original miniseries, but I do like it. I heard they're making a TV show now called Welcome to Derry, and it's like a prequel to that movie. And
Interesting.
it seems interesting. Yeah, I can't wait for it to come out.
I know that in 2019 they did Child's Play, but it's owned by a different company since Chucky is Child's Play where Chucky himself is owned by not Warner Brothers but Universal. This the new version of Child's Play, owns by um, not Homework Entertainment, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, like I like the old ones. I've I don't know the newest one that I've seen, but I've seen all the old Chucky movies, Child's Play 1, 2, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky. I've seen those ones.
Yeah, and there's also a TV series of Chucky.
You could play as Chucky in Dead by Daylight too.
Interesting. And I love Chucky. Like Chucky's pretty awesome.
Chucky's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
He used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. Him and
Yeah, he
Pennywise.
scared me a little bit too. I just like him because he's ruthless and cunning, and I do think that he is one of the strongest, or in this case, maybe the most intelligent horror characters ever. I
Yeah,
also
I
do a
agree.
little bit of power. I also do a little bit of power scaling. I don't know if you ever heard of power scaling before.
Yeah.
It's like they show like how strong this character is, what feats this character have, and vice versa,
Yeah, I've heard
and
about
stuff like
that.
that. Yeah, yeah. Like for example, in the Dragon Ball community, there's power scalers. You know,
Like Goku's all the way at the top, then there's Beerus, and then there's
yeah, yeah, something like that. I mean, some people think that Chucky is maybe the weakest. I mean, maybe he is, but Chucky kind of has more feats than like, for example, Michael Myers.
yeah, Michael Myers. The thing about Michael Myers is he just don't die.
So does Chucky. I mean, he does die, but Chucky comes back.
Yep. Like that first one where he got melted and then he just gets made again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, those movies are amazing. Like Stephen King, he's got like one of the most creative minds out there. Like he's done a lot of amazing things, out written a lot of good books and had a lot of mini series done. Like there was this one that I remember when I was little. It was called Stephen King's Rose Red. It was like about like some like giant mansion that eats people that slowly like it's crazy. It's like doesn't like physically like chew you up like that, but it like eats your soul and slowly deteriorates you. Can't talk today, but yeah, that was cool, And then there's Room. I'm trying to think of it. Trying to think the name. My buddy Seth showed me that movie. Um, I'm looking it up right now.
Interesting. And also, they did a remake of the Pet Cemetery back in 2019. Unfortunately, I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard not so good things about it.
I like the original one, the original Pet Cemetery.
Room 1408. That's
Interesting.
what I'm thinking of.
What I want them to do a remake of is Cujo.
I'll give it time.
What?
Give it time. I said give it time. They will.
Yeah, because Cujo, that was actually the first movie I watched. And man, when I was a kid, that dog scared the shit out of me.
Dude, me too, dude. Like, I looked at my mom and was like, could this be real, Mom? And Mom nodded yes. Scooter rabies is real. and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
And
I
and
mean,
what makes it creepy is it's based on a real thing, you know?
yeah, and it's sort of a sad movie because you kind of feel bad for the dog.
Yeah. The dog's a real victim there
Yeah.
because you know it gets sick and it gets in a rage and then it gets shot and yeah.
Yeah. Cujo was actually um was I heard that Cujo was based on a on Stephen King's neighbor, well back in the day in his childhood, that he had a mean this guy, this drunk fella had a mean dog, and that's why he named that, and that's why the dog was based on that dog.
Yeah. You know, a lot of these authors, these screenwriters, these writers, you know, a lot of their stuff comes from, you know, personal life, you know?
Yeah. Misery, I remember I used to watch that movie and that was pretty scary. And I think that was based on like a real life scenario of maybe Stephen King's fans trying to, acting crazy or whatever. You've seen Misery, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that he's got some crazy batshit insane stuff, you know? Like like Stephen King's The Stand. You've heard of that one?
I think I had. It's been a while.
It's about, you know, it's about like a city that's going nuts after the world like gets taken over by a disease called death trips. It's hard to explain. You got to like literally watch it, but like it's insane, dude. Like, and then there's this guy that's in the movie. It doesn't affect him because he's like supposedly the devil reincarnated in human form, and he's killing people. Like, yeah, dude, it's nuts. I'm surprised they haven't made a modern adaptation of that yet, you know?
Yeah. I also want to get. I mean, I'll not get, but I also watched the Stand by Me. That's a Stephen King movie. The book is called The Body.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
a
if you,
good
I
one.
don't know if you ever heard of the movie Stand by Me.
Stand by Me. I think I might have read it when I was younger. I just don't remember. That's like I know that's what heavily inspired Stranger Things. Uh
Okay, basically, Stand by Me is basically about like it takes place back in the '60s, and there's these like four kids, I believe, that are going on an adventure to find a dead body of a dead kid.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a horror film, I don't think, but it has some dark moments, but it's
More of
not
a
like,
thriller.
yeah, something like that. But it's adventurous. That's why I really like it, and it's a really good story. Matter of fact, Stand by Me is probably my favorite Stephen King movie.
Yeah. I'd have to say mine would probably be uh I'm gonna have to say it or The Shining, the original Shining, the one that came out in the '80s. That one was really good.
Yeah, I like The Shining. It's just The Shining. My problem is that The Shining was too long. It was
Yeah,
way
and
too long.
it is like it is kind of overrated. Like everybody's gonna pick The Shining. Have you seen Doctor Sleep though? The sequel to it.
I heard about it and I didn't watch it.
It's weird. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I dislike it. It was just weird. I remember the like first hour just really dragging. It was kind of boring, but like after you get past that first hour, it starts to get, you know, starts to pick up a little bit. But yeah, I don't really hate it. I don't really like it. It's just it just exists, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, are you a fan of the the new Planet of the Apes franchise?
I haven't watched the Planet of the Apes movie since the early 2000s.
Oh wow.
My dad loves that series though. My dad, he loves Planet of the Apes.
Huh.
Is it any good? Should I get into it?
Yeah, you should. There's Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then there's War of the Planet of the Apes. It's about a chimpanzee. Well, it's basically about these guys who that capture chimps, and they do like this medical test thing and stuff. It's a long story, and one of the patients, well, one of the doctors actually keeps a chimpanzee because they shot its a security guard shot the mother by for accident because the mother escaped.
Wow. Yeah, I remember the the Planet of the Apes movies are, and I think they're even books. Are they books too?
I think they're books. I don't know.
They're really political. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
yeah. It's a really good franchise. The new version of Planet of the Apes. Matter of fact, this year they're doing a another movie of the new franchise. It's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and it takes place years after the death of the main character named Caesar, who is a chimpanzee.
Yeah, I think I see the teaser to that on Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still making those movies. They must be making they must be doing pretty good with those movies.
yeah, they are.
Are you a fan of Spider-Man?
A little bit, but I do like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, though Toby's the best Spider-Man in my opinion too. Like I'm excited for the new movie they're making.
Yeah, I heard that there was a movie. Well, they were bringing back like three versions of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, and then there's the two
The
newer
Andrew
versions.
Garfield version. I like that version too. Like I was sad because in
Yeah,
Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, you get to see like Oscorp's like labs and you get to see like all the villains like armor and like all the stuff that makes, the Spider-Man villains. And then you don't get to see any of that like happen. That kind of made me sad.
yeah.
Like you see Vulture's wings getting like worked on and
Oh,
like
that's fucked up.
yeah, and then you don't get to see that. Well, I mean, you do get to see the Vulture in another like universe, the Tom Holland Spider-Man universe, but everybody likes Tom Holland. I mean, I think he's all right, but I just prefer, the old movies, like the ones I grew up with. It's a nostalgic thing, I think. And
Yeah,
I know I'm not alone with that either. Yeah, I hope Marvel kind of just, they
yeah. I
kind
also
of take
movie
their
character. Well,
time.
my favorite. You like Deadpool?
I love Deadpool, dude. Deadpool's
Yeah,
cool.
he's my favorite Marvel character. Because he's funny. At yeah, he's like really funny.
I hope they don't
That's why.
water him down because he's in the cinematic universe now. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that sucks.
You,
What
you
I
you're
don't
gonna
like
Disney him.
what I don't like is when Disney like puts like TVMA movies or MA like shows that are on the Disney Plus. Like since it's Disney, like Disney should not be in that. Like I don't understand. It's like imagine putting The Walking Dead in Disney.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like there wouldn't be no blood. It'd be pointless, huh?
Another thing that also pisses me hate that.
Yeah.
Like, and National Geographic is out of control now because National Geographic was part of my childhood when I was a little kid. I used to watch wildlife documentaries back then. Nowadays, the newer documentaries, at least for some of them, are garbage. You know, and not to
Yeah.
mention National Geographic is always about politics now. It's like, bro, we don't need politics in Nat Geo. I mean, don't get me wrong, Nat Geo has everything, but still, like everything has to be political. Same applied with Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel sucks now. Discovery Channel also has reality TV bullshit.
Yep. It's what sells, man. It's what makes money, you know.
Yeah,
As sad as it is, like a lot of these companies, they, like I remember when I was younger and in middle school, I'd come home from school and watch music videos on MTV and, watch Real World and watch these actually entertaining shows. And now it's just a bunch of garbage, like, excuse my language,
yeah,
but you get what I mean. It's
yeah.
just
It
like,
is what it is. You can us in my channel as much as you want.
right, okay. Yeah, like I'm not
Somewhat.
a fan of anything that MTV or Disney really does anymore. Like, I just hope I've not seen Toy Story 4 yet, and I'm scared to watch Toy Story 4 because, like, I don't want them, really ruining that, for me.
Toy Story 4 was all right, but the third movie should have been the final of the
Yeah,
story.
it should have.
Um, what else I really like? Um, oh, I like Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead's awesome.
Yeah, even it came back. Beavis and Butthead came back on Paramount Plus. I actually really enjoy Beavis and Butthead. Even like Beavis and Butthead came out back in 2011, and they were like making fun of the reality TV crap, like the Jersey Shore and stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
remember. And then they made fun
Then,
of the Skrillex music video.
yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
like I love Beavis and Butthead, and also Jackass. I love Jackass.
You like King of the Hill?
King of the Hill. I actually do like some clips of. It's all right. It's not the
God
funniest
damn it,
movie,
Bobby.
well, show, but it's all right.
Mike Judge is I like Mike Judge. He's done some really cool stuff.
Me too. I love Mike Judge.
I hope he makes a comeback with Beavis and Butt. I heard he is. I heard they made a new movie. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, they did.
And they're gonna make another TV series out of it.
They did. On Paramount Plus, they did that back in 2022, and in 2023, Beavis and Butthead came back, but this time, like I said, it's on Paramount Plus.
Uh that's
Oh,
where South Park is too.
hey, Jukebox Films, I sent you a link. I guess I'll send you a link again.
How long do you guys feel like doing this for?
What?
How long do you feel like doing this for?
I do it every Sunday. Not Sunday. Every Friday.
Uh well, I'm gonna go get one more beverage and I'll be right back.
All right. In the meanwhile, I'll answer other questions. Thoughts on Jack Horner Project Chingosaurus? I think it's dumb, and cloning prehistoric animals is just a waste of my time. I don't blame you, Dino Diego. Yeah, Eric is gonna press charges on Kenny. Hey, Jukebox Films.
Hello.
It depends what version of Goku, and Yeah, it depends what version of Goku life on our planet.
Be an interesting fight.
Yeah. Oh, guess who's on? Sebastian.
I see that.
Yeah.
What up?
The ceiling, probably drone spying on us.
Hopefully. Probably the
Who?
China sending us more balloons that look at us.
Oh yeah, probably.
Balloons.
Yeah,
Don't
in
worry.
Montana they found a Chinese spy balloon.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kenny.
Maybe Kenny is a Chinese spy balloon.
Who knows?
Wouldn't that be an ironic twist? Yeah. Has he called you today, Tyranno?
No, but yesterday he did.
Oh. I have not got anything, but I saw a building today for hopefully that can, if Eric's movie is successful, I could actually rent it to actually film for the, film sit down by the fire in and everything. And it would be an actual building. It was actually pretty, for what it was pretty reasonable. I just need Eric's movies to be successful. So,
Yeah.
but no, it would be
I
quite.
can't wait till we're gonna be on Fight the Flat Earth. That's
I
gonna
don't-
be awesome.
Yeah. Well, as soon as we find out who it is,
Yeah.
I'm thinking it has.
You're thinking of who?
I'm thinking it has to be Darnell, because who else would it be? I mean, because it seems like everybody has pretty much left Eric alone. I mean, I'd like. At this rate, it's like it's at this rate, I have to wonder if Darnell has a crush on Eric or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Then again, he also has a crush on me too because he likes to call me.
yeah, but then he's gaslighting you too.
Yeah.
And
First-
I just quit answering the phone. So.
Yeah, but I wanted to answer the phone. It's just that I was too busy with my dog.
Mm-hmm.
And since Darnell lives in New Jersey, it's probably busy for him because it was snowing like shit today. Well, even though it's probably still snowing, but it stopped probably. But it was snowing a lot today.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, and I think Darnell's from New Jersey. That's what Eric and I think, Two-Buck Films told me.
I think that's what Eric said.
Or yeah, Eric said.
I know. I know even Sebastian. Eric told me that even you Sebastian, you didn't like Darnell too much back in the day.
Nah, I thought he was weird, dude. Like,
And this is
seemed
This is
really
coming from-
jealous.
well. I'm gonna be honest. Like, he's one of the reasons why I don't like Halloween too much, because he's made the Halloween fandom so, I don't like using the word because everybody uses it, but toxic. He's one of the
Yeah.
reasons. And
Didn't he have Nate Dunning in that too? Like,
he might have. I know Eric still talks to him, so.
I know Eric and Nate Dunning are really close. So
Mhm.
maybe Nate Dunning can help Eric find out who it is, or if it's Darnell.
We have a plan. Once we're not gonna. Eric's dad's on vacation right now. We're not gonna have Eric's. We're gonna have Eric's dad trace the IP address, but once he gets back from vacation, because we don't need to bother him on vacation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let him
I
enjoy
mean-
himself.
Yeah, let him enjoy the vacation, and I just told Eric's dad to trace the IP address because he's getting to the point where he's calling us using restricted numbers, and I'm just, thinking at this point, not to say that we have those pictures, but I don't want him to send pictures to one of our interview guests, and then we lose that connection because he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. God,
'Cause-
dude, that would piss me off if he did that to you guys.
Well, that would piss me off too, because especially if he sent one of those pictures to like Sarah Karloff, who's an 80-some-year-old woman. She doesn't, she doesn't need to see that.
No.
Yeah, Kenny also, like, when he was calling us, I remember he was making this weird noise. It was going.
Yeah, it sounded like he was whacking off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, some
and he
people
told me,
did.
well, I'm just like, what do your parents think of you doing stuff like this? Like, I know you're like you're in your 40s, but like, dude, like, because it's just like, dude, are you just like this much of an idiot to do this, or like what's going on? Like why would you even do this? And but the fact that Darnell's almost 40 years old doing this.
That's
Yikes.
weird that like, he's a 40-something-year-old man.
Yikes.
Man.
Yet
Well,
he's
and
like-
keep in mind, this was keep in mind, he contacted Eric to give him his phone number when he was 23. Eric at that time was 17.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep, I was there.
So now nothing weird happened, but dude, you contacted a minor
Yeah.
without the parents' permission. It's fine to have somebody's phone number if they're a minor, but as long as you have the parents' permission. You did not have the parents' permission to do that. So
Yeah.
little weird.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then like I just told Eric, well, if we find out that it's Darnell, I just said, hurt Darnell where it hurts. Report it to you. Have Eric's dad report him to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then get his channel taken down, and like basically where he has to start all over.
The problem with that is that Kenny or whatever he's called, he's probably going to come back and like troll us again and again and again.
That's
the
against
problem.
terms of service too, though. When you get banned on YouTube, you can't just make another channel. I know you can, but if YouTube finds out that you're owning that channel when you got previously banned, they'll get rid of that channel too, faster than fly on shit. So,
Yeah, well, that's why I just said that if he gets banned from YouTube and then he makes another account and we find out that it's him, I mean, I told Eric, never, now that you're getting into, the land of entertainment, never be afraid to use your dad's resources, because,
But then again, his dad's probably going to be tired of it because
his dad probably has some pretty big connections. So,
well, because I mean, like, his dad's old and like he says, "Oh, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore."
well, if you get banned from YouTube though, like your channel permanently gets banned, and they find out that it's you, I mean, in rare cases, I have heard of people actually going to jail for, violating the term, by violating the terms of service with YouTube, because a lot of times that people do get banned from YouTube for it's actually crimes. So, and like, I know Darnell's in a wheelchair. Guess what? The jail doesn't care if you're in a wheelchair or not. So,
like, there was this one guy that would film some very grotesque videos, and I don't want to really say what he was filming because it's sick, and a lot of big YouTubers were covering it at the time, and they deleted his channel, and he made another channel doing the same thing. Yeah, and then the FBI basically went to his house because the things he was doing were pretty disgusting.
Sounds like Chris Chan.
Was that Onision guy?
No, this guy was completely different. If you watch Some Ordinary Gamers or Moist Critical, you'd know who it was.
Because I know Onision got his channel totally taken down, and he can't come at all. And man, what he did to his wife, just like, dude, you deserve to go to federal prison for years.
Onision is a piece of dog shit.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that documentary, and a lot of people said, "Oh, that's baloney." I'm like, I always had it like watching those videos.
Epsilon had a lot of receipts on that too.
I'm just saying, when he was doing videos with his wife, Lanely or something like that, whatever her name was, you could tell, like, dude, there's something up here. Like she's not acting right. She's acting scared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, dude, no, that guy's a piece of crap.
There's also Sebastian, do you know Christian Weston Chandler?
Of course I do.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the Chris Chan lore.
He got banned. Well, some of his channels were banned from YouTube, I believe, and then he came back.
He raped his mother, and yep.
Have you heard of Cyrax before?
I've heard of Cyrax.
What about Daniel Larson?
Daniel Larson, nope. Haven't heard of him.
Okay, Daniel Larson is a guy who has sort of like schizophrenic or whatever. He's basically like the new version of Chris Chan, like the new Chris Chan.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some people that honestly just shouldn't be on YouTube. Like if you're a schizo, and I don't know if that's the politically correct term, so if you're a schizo, you probably shouldn't be on YouTube. Because we don't need a bunch of Sid Barretts on YouTube. And Sid Barrett had other issues besides schizo, but
yeah.
Have you guys heard about Sid Barrett and what happened to him?
Yeah. Pink
Wait,
Floyd.
who are you talking about?
The original lead singer of Pink Floyd. So he had schizophrenia, and at the time, this was in the 60s. So keep in mind, we didn't know a lot of what it causes. The doctors in England prescribed him LSD.
And he basically fucked up his brain with it.
Yeah, he fried his brain to the point at 29 years old, he looked like he was in his 70s.
Oh Jesus.
And was actually in a nursing home by the time he was 30.
They the whole album Dark Side of the Moon and the album Wish You Were Here and the album The Wall were all written about him.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of Pink Floyd stuff, like their darkest songs, are written about him because it's like, wow, they literally knew a guy who fried his own brain because of drugs.
Yep.
It like people say, "Oh, I want to see a Pink Floyd movie." I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like it would be one of the most depressing rock stories of all time, but it would be a great movie, but it'd be depressing. Like one of those movies, like, man, I can only see this once.
Dude, I'd pay to see that. I mean, yeah, it would be a sad movie, but it definitely, be a good way to show people what, the 60s and medicating with those kind of drugs did to you around that time. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. Tyranno, he was so high on drugs that he decided to shave all of his body hair. And when I say everything, I mean everything.
Oh,
even his eyebrows.
You guys want to know something super insane?
Mm.
So there's this YouTuber I watch. His name is Review Tech USA, right? He streams. He's a big YouTuber. And during one of his live streams, he was watching a YouTuber called King Cobra. And
that guy. Yeah, he hates Cyrax.
Dude, like we were watching, so I was watching the live stream and he was watching a live stream of King Cobra's, and I know his live stream interception. But anyway, this King Cobra was drinking like a full bottle of Jack Daniels, right? And he literally passed out on the chair, and there were cops knocking on the door, and then he got up, he was like falling down, like all drunk, really intoxicated. Like, dude, that was fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, I saw some clip. There's a YouTuber who records these guys. His name is Smokey something. Like,
You know,
he
That's
does,
crazy.
yeah, he does like a lot of like Chris Chan videos and Daniel Larson and Cyrax and stuff.
you know,
Cyrax, I know that King Cobra hates Cyrax for some weird reason. Like, he said that he wants to punch Cyrax so bad or something.
He's actually not too far from me either. I live in Billings, Montana, and he lives in, I think, Oakland, Wyoming.
Oh shit! Wait, are you talking about Cyrax or
King Cobra.
King Cobra?
Yeah. He lives in Wyoming, dude. Like, I freaked out when I found that out.
huh? You know, I just thought of something, Tyrano. Do you think that Kenny could be one of Joshua Dafarino's trolls?
Maybe, but then again, I mean,
Well,
he was also talking shit on Joshua Defarina when Eric was on the live stream of something when he did that mockumentary or whatever.
Do you? Yeah, Josh is definitely interesting. That it's more just like I won't feel sorry for him because he's. I mean, you know, he's definitely severely autistic, but like just can't understand the whole YouTube thing. You know, because it's like, dude. I mean, you know, like, oh, watch me sleep. Like, dude, that's not a video. That's you're just pretending to sleep, or
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, like, I don't like when people say that, oh, the guy's autistic or whatever, or this guy's autistic. That's not an excuse. Like, that's so
yeah.
stupid. Like, it's like, I'm not
Well,
trying to be a dick or anything, but like, not all autistic people are good, and there's some good that are bad. Like, some are good and some are bad.
yeah. Well, like Chris Chan was autistic, and yet he committed a crime. You
Yeah,
know,
but then
I mean,
again, the troll told him. Well, a troll told him to do it, and you know what? He fucked his mom because he listened to a troll named Isabella Janke. Now people start to feel uncomfortable with him ever
well, yeah,
since he came back.
yeah, for good reason, dude. You. I mean, first of all, his mom was like what 80 some years old and had dementia.
Yeah, or I think she may have dementia. There's rumors that she may not, but I don't know.
Regardless,
If she
though,
did or
like,
not.
dude, I mean, you. I mean,
And even like before that, Chris was such a narcissistic asshole.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
he was raised by a really bad pair of parents, and like
I'm,
I think Gamer from Mars did a video on it.
yeah. Well, here's my thing.
Gino Samuel, I know, does a lot of documentaries of him.
Here's my thing though with Chris Chan. Like, what wasn't it like his parents were like older and they were like drunks, and
Yeah,
and
Yep.
then like, and then they had a, and then they decided that babysitter who locked Chris in a closet. Like, dude, if that happened to my child, my future child, the babysitter locks the kid in the closet. That babysitter is fired, and that's going to be. Yeah, by the way, you don't get paid. You don't get paid. Get out of my house. And I'll tell her to go ahead and sue me because like you know you endangered my child. Legally, you could go to jail. So yeah, I'm not going to pay you. You know, like if I do pay you, it's probably going to be a penny, and that's more just to say, you know, say, oh yeah, I paid you. Here you go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, I don't know if it's true or not. If there was a babysitter that abused Chris Chan or not, we don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah. And then that girl though that he got obsessed with for the longest time. It was
Yeah,
like
Megan Schroeder.
I feel sorry for her, the stuff that she went through. You know, I mean,
Yeah, and
every
I feel like that this girl that he's with now, I think she's going to be the next victim, Flutter or whatever her name is.
what's her name?
Her name's Flutter, like Fluttershy from My Little Pony. That's what she's called.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I would want to see one of those documentaries about Chris Chan, like released on, Netflix or Peacock or one of those things,
Yeah, I hope so too. Like, I hope that someday, I hope that some actor will play Chris Chan.
Well, because I'm only learning about it after fact. Like, keep in mind, like I grew up in rural Kansas, like pretty much Courage the Cowardly Dog, and that middle of nowhere type Kansas is where we grew up.
Bah, stupid dog.
Yeah, so I grew up there. Like, we didn't have internet until I was a sophomore in high school. Like, and I'm saying good internet, and even then we had dial up. So
And tornadoes.
not as much as you would think, but that's more Oklahoma or Texas. But yeah, I mean, but I've definitely come close to tornadoes, which it's really funny. I did tell Eric about this. Even being on YouTube, I have met, let alone dinosaur deniers, but I've also met tornado deniers.
Oh my god.
Like people
That's
say that,
weird.
yeah, people said, yeah, Tyrano, I'm just saying what they've said, so I'm just relaying. But they said the government makes tornadoes up.
That's just That's just dumb.
I can't wait for the oxygen deniers that deny oxygen.
I'm pretty sure there are oxygen deniers. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Probably why they
Oh,
can't use their brain. So
Kenny even said that there's such a thing as tornadoes or something. I think Kenny said something.
Yeah, he did, because he said something like the flat Earth proves that something about tornado. He connected it somehow. I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, I mean, I've never seen a tornado living in Kansas, but I've seen the aftermath. I mean, I've literally. Plus, we don't get tornadoes where I'm at because we're up on a hill, so it's kind of hard for tornadoes to really travel upwards.
why don't we hear about people falling off the edge of the earth then?
I don't know. I don't know. With the whole thing, like, remember though, and then this proves how dumb Kenny was too. He sit there and says like, "Oh, I can't." He did it. What I said. So you're telling me that NASA creates computer graphic imagery? He sits there. What is that? I said CGI, and he sits there. Oh, and I just totally like caught him off guard with that one. Like, oh, because I'm like, that's what CGI stands for, computer graphic imagery.
He thinks everything is CGI.
Yeah. Well, he thought. Remember what he said? He thought that Rampage, the movie with The Rock, was on par with Jurassic Park level CGI. Like, it was good. It was good, but like, that wasn't really much of a technical achievement. Rampage, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he says that King Kong is the biggest fictional character ever. He said something about King Kong.
Oh, Godzilla's bigger.
Yeah, well, he said something about King Kong. I don't know.
I've never really seen much of the show, but aren't the Titans bigger from Attack on Titan? Bigger than Godzilla?
Oh no, Attack on Titan. No, they are not. Godzilla and even Kong. Well, depending on what version of Kong is larger than the Attack on Titans.
Okay, because I've only seen like clips of it. Anime is one of those weird things. Like, I could kind of get into Dragon Ball a little bit, but like I did like Ghost in the Shell. That was pretty cool. But I was fine with the one that they made with Scarlett Johansson. I just felt she was miscasted, but I liked. I mean, so And I even like the anime Godzilla that they did on Netflix. Not Singular Point, but the other one. So. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just like I'm I'm hoping that we could have the Kenny thing just kind of end, because this is just, it's getting kind of annoying at this point. And I bet he's going. I bet now that we're live, he's going to call us, right?
Yeah, I was actually mentioning about that too.
Yeah, like I'm going to call. Like it's going to be me calling. You or something.
You guys know it's not me because I'm here.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking it has to be Darnell, because he did tell me that him and Eric have history. So
Yeah,
it has.
and then when you guys mentioned about Halloween, Kenny freaked out a little bit, and he says, "Oh, Halloween 4 is the best," or whatever.
Ooh, that's a clue right there.
Yeah, I don't know any other YouTubers that Eric really had beef with back in the day. So, I mean, I don't know any.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean,
does he still talk to Amir Shah?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know. Like he never really. I mean, keep in mind,
the movie critic. I'm still friends with a couple of them on Facebook.
I never mentioned them,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. The stuff, though, that Eric has told me, though, with his life, especially I keep telling him, dude, you need to start writing your book.
Yeah.
Because, and like I said, probably, don't use people's real names in the book, but dude, you could write a book, because, I mean, let's be honest.
You guys got to amp up the production quality just a little bit.
Yeah, we're working on it, but no, I told Eric, especially what you said, maybe put some posters in the background or something.
Yeah, get some, hold on, like get some, like, Eric, if you're listening, get some colored lights, or like on Amazon you could get a light strip for like $50. Get some like nice paneling, get a nice desk, that way your webcam could shine there. Have it empty, or have like a bookcase full of movies or books. Make it pleasant for the audience to like see what's behind you when you're live streaming and stuff. Like, yeah, that stuff helps a lot.
Eric did tell me that he's with a friend's house. He's at a friend's house at dinner. He was texting me on Facebook, so
yeah.
He's not gonna show up.
I just want to see it, though, that like I'm just hoping, because I can definitely see a total change, in you, Sebastian. I think that you. I mean, obviously, you're not the same guy you were 10 years ago. So
I was kind of an asshole back then. I was just really focused on the wrong things, and.
Well, keep in mind, like the last time you and Eric talked, you guys were what, 22, something like that?
No, like we were teenagers still.
Okay, so I mean, a lot can happen in 10 plus years. So
yeah,
I think
2013, somewhere around there.
He said 2024 when you guys last talked.
2014?
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe around that time. Maybe I was 21, somewhere in there. But
but
you still got that adolescence mindset when you're in your early 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what they say, you don't grow up fully until you're like what, 25?
Yeah.
And even then, I would argue with some people.
Yeah, and I'm 26.
Yeah, but I mean, for 26 though, you're pretty mature for 26. I mean,
Yeah, but sometimes like I do act like an ass on the internet and stuff.
well, I
We
think
all
that's different. I think that's different, because like, okay, like if you guys see me in comments, like usually like I just say something dumb and stupid, because like I'm not gonna sit there and say great video, like that just is dumb. But like usually I'll just sit there like one of the YouTubers I subscribe to is at the Fabio, the Italian Stallion 51. And he got a paid request to review the Spice Girls. And he was making jokes about it, and I just made a comment like, "Oh, congratulations! Look, you came out of the closet."
I remember when I was in high school, like senior year, like people, one of my friends was like, "Dude, I want to do a school paper article on you," and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then I did like an interview with this kid, like respectful kid. I think he's a lawyer now. And anyway, I let that get to my fucking head, and I got so like egotistical and arrogant and just stupid.
Well, hopefully, when Junebug TV happens, because I do plan on doing that. I like the idea of what Eric told me that one of your guys' films were. You wanted to do a Willy Wonka horror movie.
Oh, Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. Although I had an idea, say, it should be animated, but it should be one of those like animated stuff that's for kids, but you don't really like. You sit there maybe when the kids eat chocolate, it tastes like pork.
God, we gotta do a Chocolate Factory movie, like an actual horror film though. Like it's just like dark shit. Like
Yeah. Well, I kind of want to. I guess Juniper Films has kind of right now been focused on Eric and a few other YouTubers, but it's more just I want it to be more fan. I do want family entertainment because Disney's not doing too much of it nowadays.
Yeah, DreamWorks and Disney are the kings of the animation. But whatever works out for you, man.
Well, I got some pretty big connections. Unfortunately, I can't get them on Set Them by the Fire because me and Eric both don't have enough followers. But let's just say Don Bluth is wanting to get back into making movies again. So
nice.
And so, because he says that he wants to start the Bluth Renaissance.
They say your 30s are your golden years, so let's hope it all is.
Yeah, well, considering with my family history, I only have like 29 years left. Because most people in my family don't. I mean, some males are lucky if they make it to 70.
Oh shit! Yeah, my mom just passed
29
away at
years.
62.
You got 29 years left.
I'm 31 now. Most males in my family have a heart attack at 59.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
Let's be honest, though. By the time we're in our 60s, there's going to be some Cyberpunk 2077 shit that'll make us live longer.
Maybe. Who knows? Or we'll live in a dystopia, right? Either we're going to have a Blade Runner, future Mad Max, or it is going to be that utopia that they said in the 1930s, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm going to refrain from making those jokes, but let's hope we get the right leaders in the office.
Unless some virus doesn't make us all a bunch of brain dead zombies that like eating each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to respect Tymano's rules here on the channel for that one.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Sebastian new to the channel. He made a joke that could, if we continue, it could turn into a political joke. So
Oh, no.
Yeah, my rule on my channel is no politics on my channel. No, don't mention their names.
Understandable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, so, but yeah, but no, I mean, I want to, I want to hear that though. I just want to hear that, Sebastian and Eric, got a coffee together, even if you don't drink coffee, figure of speech, and it went really well, and you guys actually became friends again. That would be like pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Especially because we are talking about doing horror movie marathon again, and I would love to see Sebastian return to it for the return of horror movie marathons. What, you were in 3 of the episodes?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I know it was in 1.
What about though what about, you mentioned, we talked before about getting back some of Eric's old videos, like the original Things That Piss Me Off videos. We've reached out to people, seeing if people downloaded them back in the day. Which
Are they still on his YouTube channel?
No, he said he deleted them.
Oh yeah, then they're gone. Unless he's got backups somewhere.
I mean, maybe. I mean, on the off chance, he says he still has that old camera at his parents' house, unless there's like an old memory card or something, right?
Yeah, or does his parents still have the same computer he edited them on?
I'm not sure.
If they do, they might still be on that hard drive if it works.
Yeah, that would be the thing. But because we're planning on selling it on DVD, and I divided all the Things That Piss Me Off stuff into seasons. We're on 8 seasons, and with him doing 40 episodes originally, then I'm like, man, that's like 2 other seasons right there, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's either, I guess we would have to find out if his parents still have the old memory card, or if they still have that old computer. Now, be honest, does his dad? I mean, I'm pretty sure his dad, though, would have that old computer, because he might have stuff on it that he needs, right, for whatever reason, right?
I think his dad used a separate computer for his job.
Okay. Well,
I mean, his dad worked for the FBI, so
Yeah, but I'm just wondering if
a family computer to
have
federal stuff on it.
Fair enough. But I'm just thinking, like, maybe there has to be unless he has the old memory card, or if they do still have that old computer, like somebody could get into the hard drive and just for the original episodes of Things That Piss Me Off. But I don't know many. I mean, who downloaded its stuff back in the day on YouTube, really? And that would be some of Eric's original subscribers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the only one that I know that is still is an original, according to Eric, is Ghost Rider.
Well, maybe they have them.
Maybe, but I'm going to talk to Eric, because he says that he would just like to get him out there, because it's great marketing at that point. Things That Piss Me Off, the lost seasons, right?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about getting out on DVD, even Blu-ray, and I told Eric, heck, I mean, let's appeal to the niche market. Let's get it out on VHS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And heck, I think a few years ago there was somebody made a new laser disc. So I said, Eric, let's contact that company. Let's get Things That Piss Me Off on Laserdisc. How cool would that be?
Has Eric ever thought about opening a Patreon?
He does have one. He hasn't plugged it.
He should.
I've told him to start plugging it more. He has merchandise now too, which is my merch guy. And we're actually going to be having a meeting with that guy too, because we actually want to. make a commercial for him. The guy literally just launched this July. Like when I say July, I mean July last year. And Eric and I were some of the big YouTubers that got him partnered with him to make merchandise, and along with another one of friends of Eric's, Vandelian98, has merchandise through him. But we wanted to make a commercial for him, so
Well, I gotta go, fellas.
All right.
right.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, this is the first time.
Yeah, you can
I'll
go
see
ahead
you
and add me on
guys.
Facebook if you want.
Yeah. Thought I did.
Yeah, this is cool, guys.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, well, hey, let's hope that let's hope that you and Eric can definitely have that cup of coffee together. So
Yeah, like I said before, it's in his court.
yeah, well, I'm trying. They said, dude, you're not the same person you were 10 years ago.
Don't make him do something he's not comfortable doing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but I usually am. I'm just usually the friend that gives them. I'm not going to tell them what to do, but I'll give them a push, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like
So.
he'll do it. He'll do it when he's good and ready.
Yeah.
Like I said, you guys have a nice day.
If you're down to do this too on your channel, I'm down to hang out for a while, June.
I don't have much StreamYard hours left right now, so.
Oh, all right.
But
Anyways, I will see you guys later.
See you.
Next time.
See ya.
See ya.